Our topic is the Great Midwest Earthquake of 1812. A little bit of overview about our topic is the Great Midwest Earthquake of 1811 was a series of three major earthquakes that occurred near New Madrid, Missouri between December 16, 1811 and February 7, 1812. The earthquakes were among the most powerful ever recorded in the continental United States. The earthquakes caused widespread damage and were felt as far away as Canada and the Gulf Coast. So the earthquakes that happened in order, the first one was on December 16th, 1811 at 2:15 a.m., and that earthquake had a magnitude of 17.7. The second earthquake happened also on December 16th, 1811, but at 7:15 a.m., and had a magnitude of 7.0. The third earthquake happened on January 23rd, 1812, and had a magnitude of 7.5. And the fourth earthquake happened on February 7th, 1812, and had a magnitude of 7.7. Causes of the earthquake. The biggest cause was movement along faults in the New Madrid seismic zone. The New Madrid seismic zone is an area of high earthquake risk that runs from northeastern Arkansas to southwestern Kentucky. The earthquakes were caused by the release of energy that had been stored in the Earth's crust over millions of years. And this is just an image of what this what the faults looked like. Liquefaction is a process by which water-saturated sediment temporarily loses strength and acts as a fluid, like when you wiggle your toes in the wet sand near water at the beach. This effect can be caused by earthquake shaking.
So this image shows the different seismic zones, and you can see that there are two right next to each other, the New Madrid and the Wabash Valley seismic zones. And due to the nature of the bedrock in the Earth's crust in the central United States, the earthquakes in this region can shake an area approximately 20 times larger than the earthquakes in California. So you can see how bad the earthquakes really were. And then the effects of the earthquakes, there was widespread damage to the buildings, infrastructure, and natural features. The ground shaking was felt for hundreds of miles, and then the liquefaction of soil, which caused the ground to behave like liquid, caused there to be more damage throughout the land. And then there were a lot of landslides as well. And then there was the creation of the Real Foot Lake, a new lake that formed as a result of the earthquakes. And the date, time, and effect reports. These are essential to hazard mappings, and they were gathered from written accounts from people in the area. Early scientists and engineers such as Daniel Drake and Jared Brooks attempted to use pendulums to measure the magnitude of the earthquake. And you can see in this image all the reported effects of the earthquake and where people were trying to measure it.
Okay, so today the New Madrid seismic zone is still active, and there's a 7 to 10% chance of a magnitude 6 or greater earthquake occurring in this zone. And scientists are continuing to study this zone in order to better understand the risks of future earthquakes. And there's also been recent activity. In 2008, there was a magnitude 4.5 earthquake. It's called the Mount Carmel, Illinois earthquake. And each red dot shows where the shock was felt, and you can see that earthquakes in this region are spread wide across the United States more than a typical earthquake on either coast would cause. And so in conclusion, the Great Midwest Earthquake of 1811 and 12 was a major event that had a lasting impact on the Midwest, and the seismic zone is still active today, and it is important to be aware of the risks of earthquakes and to take steps to prepare for them.